Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here. It is October 29th, Saturday evening at
6:26.
6:26, see? Getting dark out. Getting dark out. It's been very cold and overcast today. I missed the sun. It can come out. It's been gone all week. I'd like it to come back. Anyway, this is my show and tell day, okay? So I have got a lot to show you guys. If you're wondering, no, I can never sit still and not be doing something, okay? Brad will tell you this. I always have to be doing something. And yes, my hair is just up in the messiest bun ever. I don't care. This is my hair. I don't care. So anyway, I have a lot to show you guys. So let me get started here. I wish you guys were at a better angle, but you are not. So, hang on a minute. I gotta get a few things arranged. Right, honey?
Yeah.
I have a lot to show you guys. I really do. So, I think I'll start with these first. I've been making here headbands. So, I've gotten 5 done. 1 I'm keeping. So I'll show you the other ones first. I have this one done. These are, and the more you wash them, the softer they'll get. So yeah, I have that one done. It's got the sparkly yarn in it. This one. And this one. And then I have this one done. And then the one that is my personal one is this one. And I will put it on for you guys. So, like I said, this will be kind of hard for me to put on right now because I have my hair up in a bun. So, excuse me. Usually it looks better than this, right? Anyway, imagine if you actually took the time to not have your hair be all funkified like mine is right now. And this one I made a little wider than I normally do because I use it when I work out. So anyway, you fix it any way you want. These are stretchy. Of course, you know, different yarn is stretchy. Generally, this size fits all. So, I will be listing these in Etsy. Everything I show you will be listed on Etsy eventually. I'm going to list tomorrow. I'll be listing some of these headbands, and I'll be listing some that will show a picture of these, but then you'll have different varieties of yarn to choose from. I don't know if I'll get that type listed tomorrow or not, because I have to pull the yarn, right, and take pictures of it. I will certainly let you know when that stuff is listed. So anyway, I have those done. That's what I work on at night when I'm watching YouTube or Netflix or whatever. Look in this bag here. I am also going to list eventually, let me see, sometime probably within the next week or so, depending on how busy I get. I'm going to be listing some dog sweaters. Now, this obviously is for my dog, Jellybean. I just flipped over her head, and then I always attach a ribbon or a cording that you can adjust the neck, so you still want it to be able to come up over the head but not come past the shoulders, so it all of a sudden looks like a tube top. So this has been washed quite a few times. It's very, very soft now. And again, I will list this style, and I probably will, this is going to take some research. I'll list different dimensions according, and you'll have to measure your dog, and then you'll get to pick out a few colors that you would like to have the dog sweater made in. So that's another option. I have a couple paintings that are not done, but I'm working on these. I've been working on them for a while. I don't know. I go through phases where I paint, and then I go through phases where I don't paint as much. It just depends on how busy I am doing other stuff. So this one, these both are not finished yet, but this is one I'm working on right here. And then also working on this one. Again, not finished. These are acrylics. These are pretty big. What are these? Like 16 by 20s, I believe.
Probably.
So yeah. Those two I'm working on. Not finished. Not nearly finished. Then I'm going to show you the candles I have done. I have done, and I would wrap these nicer if I was actually selling these, but I'm not. They're mine. I don't sell glass candles because the shipping cost is just insane. And it's very hard to ship glass candles and not have them break. So, anyway, these two are blueberry. And one of my signature things is I always curl the wick. This is back when I was selling candles. And I like to dust the top with glitter. Because as you light it and as it burns, the glitter, of course, goes in the wax. And the light from the flame reflects so beautifully on your glitter. So I just like how it looks. It just looks kind of magical. I'm very much into reflective light, aren't I, honey?
Yes, you are.
So I have this one done. And I'm just reusing old candle jars. And I'm actually reusing, this is all old candle wax. I put, as I use my candles up and as I use my wax melts, I save all that. And so if it's a fruit scent, put them all in the same Ziploc bag. If it's a bakery scent, I do the same. And then when I'm going to reuse it, sometimes I'll put a little bit of fresh wax, or it depends on what kind of the density of the wax I'm using. You can mix soy and paraffin wax. I do it all the time. That's what this is. And then I just add more scent. So this is all blueberry muffin. This one, and this one also is blueberry muffin. I have 4 more that are apple spice. I told you yesterday I poured some that were autumn spice, and that's basically, I just call it apple spice because it's your cloves, your nutmeg, that kind of some vanilla. It's got some apple in it. It's a really nice fall scent. And again, I'm just reusing empty candle jars, and then I used a label maker. And this is just, I cover the tops with cellophane. Not cellophane. Cellophane? Yeah, saran wrap. So anyway, again, with the glitter and curled wick. I have that one. This is also apple spice, old wax that I recycled. Don't waste your stuff, man. Think of it this way. When you're wasting stuff, you're throwing away money. Look at it that way, and you get a lot more mindful about what you throw away. We waste so much stuff as a country as a whole. Don't waste your stuff. Don't keep everything, but don't waste stuff that can be reused, because we don't need more stuff in the landfill. And you're throwing away money. So, this is, again, apple spice. And one more that is apple spice is this one. The next one's all pour. And I didn't even have to do a re-pour on these. This is a blend, of course. This is actually a layered one. This has actually got, not that. It's got blueberry on the bottom, and I chose not to color the wax. And then it's got the apple spice on top. So, and I'll do that quite frequently. Like I said, all these are just my own personal use, so I have not even cleaned up the jars or taken labels off. These two I'm going to use, I have two of these like this. I already have the wax set in it. And I will use, one of the things you can do if you don't want to have to really mess with melting wax and all of that, and you don't really care about a strong scent throw, is you can use your leftover wax melts while it's still hot and just pour them directly in here. Yeah, you're going to get layers, but who cares? As long as it's all like a bakery scent, or it's all like a fruit scent, or something that will complement each other, who cares? Typically, like in my bedroom, I have three I call them tart burner wax melter, or wax melt thing. I'm going to call them tart burner. I have three of them. I have one in my bathroom and two in my room. They will all run the same scent. I will use the same scent in all three, because you don't want to get a floral scent and a bakery scent and maybe if you do a bakery scent, just like, some kind of let's see, like a strong praline, and then you're going to use a bake or a fruit scent that maybe doesn't complement it very well, like I would say blueberry or cranberry or something, and then you're using a floral scent like, say, a pine, you're going to get some funky smells going. I mean, they're not going to mix well. So, that doesn't matter, because tomorrow I use my wax melts for, I change them out twice a week, and I shut them off every morning. I turn them on every night. And so I change them on Wednesdays and Sundays. So I will pour the hot wax in here and just let it layer on top. And like I said, since I'm using, I always have tart burners going. I have one in the kitchen, one in the front room, 3 in my room. Well, 2 in my room, 1 in the bathroom. Brad has one. I don't think you have it on even.
I need to.
Yeah.
I need to redo it.
And I don't have one in his bathroom. I asked him if he wanted one. He said not really. So I haven't put one in there. I haven't put one in the craft room yet. And I will, because when I'm in there working for a long time painting, I like to have something like that. But, why waste? So yeah, these, I have 2 of these, and they'll use to layer the wax melts. And, or you can save your wax melt to put into a candle. That you can do too. So, that's what I have going on. I have not made any of the lacy hair ties yet, because I'm not sure where my ruffle sachet yarn is. I will find it. I know I've seen it. I know what it's in even. I just have to look for it. Haven't had time. I haven't done any sewing yet, because again, didn't have enough time. Sometimes I feel like I needed to better use my time. But then as you get older, you're tired of rushing around all the time. And if I'm going to spend a couple hours watching police videos with Brad, or I'm going to run off and go sew, I'm going to spend time with him. But I do want to do some sewing. I haven't done any more wreath making. I need to get on that too. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. So, yeah. I am, if you come on my video and there is not a description yet, go on the previous days, or maybe even a couple of days, and you'll find a description, an accurate one. I have to hand put that in after we upload the video, simply because we're uploading from our phone, but then the video description is on the computer, so I have to go in and put it in. If you're interested in ordering any of these products, even if I don't have it listed on Etsy yet, just email me. My contact information is in the description, or it is on the About Me page. And you can order from us. We take PayPal. And, I like using PayPal. I like invoicing through PayPal, even if it's a custom order, because that gives you guys security. And I'm making the invoice, and that way you know exactly what you're paying for, and so do I. And I will make my personal notes on the invoice. Once I print it out, unfortunately right now I cannot print invoices out. When we do get enough money saved, we will buy a printer, but right now we just, can't swing it, so I will have to make my own handmade notes. Maybe I'll do post-it notes all around the frame of my monitor again, honey.
I like that.
That's what I used to do when I first started selling. I'm only selling on Etsy right now, so and like I said, let me know if any of you guys are interested in that mirror. Brad did pull up a picture of that. Do you have that?
I do. You want me to send it to you, or
No, I can't show it to him when I'm using my phone.
that's probably a good point.
Yeah, I'll show you guys the mirror I'm talking about. And email me. I'm not going to discuss prices in my in the comments. So this is the mirror I'm talking about. So, and it is still brand new in the box. I thought it was oval shaped. It's not. So, and that is all wood. So it's beautiful. I just simply don't have room for it. So, I wish I did, but I just don't. So yeah, let me know again if you guys are interested, and that's about all I have really going on. One thing I wanted to talk about, because I was talking to Brad about it this morning. I need to cut my bangs again. They're driving me nuts. Nuts, I tell you. Is my depression. And we're coming into a season where depression can get even worse. Any season that involves a lot of family and stuff for a lot of us can make the depression worse. And that's even if you have the very best family in the world. Because nobody's life is perfect. So this time of year gets harder for me. I'm aware of it, and being aware of it is half the battle. The other half of the battle is for me to keep working on doing things so I don't sink into a deep depression. Sometimes that can't always be avoided. So if you or somebody you know is really battling depression, it's not something they can just snap out of. I'll always fight depression. Brad knows I'll always fight depression. He fights some mild depression. Normally pretty mild. Sometimes it gets pretty severe, depending on what's happened in our life. So I'm very aware of it. I think you guys may have noticed that maybe I am quieter on the other social media. Like, I'm not really posting on Facebook. Haven't really done much TikTok. There's nothing horribly wrong in my life right now. In fact, things are pretty darn good. Brad and I have a really great relationship, probably better than it's ever been. And, the dieting and exercising and stuff is going well, and I'm losing weight and stuff. It's just what it is. And if you know somebody also that fights with depression, try not to quiz them 100 questions on what's wrong, well, why do you feel this way and stuff, because sometimes they may not want to really go into why the specifics on why they're depressed, because it's a very personal thing. And they're only going to talk to it. That's why they have therapists and counselors and maybe some very trusted friends or family members. Other than that, they're not going to want to sit there and discuss. There's some specific reasons why I fight my depression at certain times of the year than others, and I really don't want to go into the whole thing. You guys know that my family dynamics is very jacked up. That's all that needs to be said. I don't want to go into the whole thing of it. I talked to Brad about it. He's lived it with me. He's seen it firsthand and stuff. Nobody can magically fix me or fix somebody else that's depressed. You can be there for them. If they want to talk to you about it, they will. Maybe they want to talk to you, but they want to talk to you about anything else but, because maybe they need to get out of their headspace about that. So often hey, do you want to go watch a funny movie with me? Hey, do you want to play cards? Whatever they want to do. What would you like to do? Is there anything you would like to go do, or hang out and do this or that? Or maybe they don't even want you to talk, and they're like, well, yeah, if you just want to hang out in the room, that's cool. Just to know there's somebody there. So or if you know somebody that has a loved one that is going through a severe depression, don't quiz them to death either. I have friends and family that are dealing with that, and I will ask them how that person is. But besides that, I try not to ask any other questions, because they're already getting that probably from all of their other loved ones. They're probably getting that. So everybody wants to know the great why. Well, if we all knew the great why, there wouldn't be a billion-dollar industry for people being treated with depression. If we all knew the magical why, or if there was some pill that was going to cure all of us, or some lobotomy technique that would cure all of us, believe me, that's already been done. And the electrical shock treatments and stuff, already been tried. There isn't anything that's going to fix everybody. You don't have the answers. Believe me, the person suffering from depression, if they had the answers and could magically pull themselves out of it, they would. Because it's not fun. I have to keep myself very present. I have to really think a lot about my actions, my reactions, what I would do, what I won't do, how to keep myself busy and stuff. And it's not bad right now. We're getting pretty early into the season. This is a harder time of year, and it will get harder until after Christmas, believe me. But we'll get it handled. I have a few different things I'm going to try this Christmas. Is a few things involving, helping animal shelters, and some different ideas I have. I don't want to go into those right now until I discuss it with the people at Tender Mercies and see what they think of my idea. Sometime next week we'll be going out there and meeting with them and taking them the hats and stuff, and I want to discuss some other money-making, some money that would, some ways to make them some money to help pay for the cost. It's not cheap taking care of all of these unwanted dogs and cats, and especially because they make sure they get the very best medical care they can get and stuff. And just even cleaning supplies and dog food and dog treats and all of that is very expensive. So, I've got some ideas of different ways that we could raise some funds for them, and I would like to be a part of that. That will help, because I feel like I'm not really a part of anything. So, anyway, just wanted to give you guys that. I know you guys probably know somebody who deals with depression, or has a family member that deals with depression. You can't fix them. You can't always prevent somebody. If somebody is very suicidal, you probably can't prevent it. So if you know somebody that has a family member that has committed suicide and is no longer with us, they'll beat themselves up continually, wonder if there was something they could have done. So all you can do is be there for them and say, once a person, I'm going to tell you from personal experience, once a person makes up their mind, quite often they will not leave a note. They will not give any way for you to know what they're thinking of doing. This whole stance of, oh, they just want attention. When I had mine, when I tried to no longer be here, I left no notes. I didn't do anything like any goodbyes, here's all my stuff, or any of that. So, And there isn't a thing in the world like that that my husband could have done to prevent what happened. He's not in my head. He's not in my head. To say that somebody can fix you, nobody else is in my head. Believe me, there's not room enough for anybody else to be in my head. Sometimes, you know. You can laugh, Brad.
I was trying to be good.
I know. But I mean, this is something that, it's not easy living with somebody that has depression all the time, is it?
No, it is not.
I have my ups and I have my downs. And I'm pretty good these days. As I've matured and stuff, that's helped. And don't have the hormones running that women do when they're having their monthly cycle and stuff. That helps. But it certainly is, and Brad knows times a year that it's going to be worse. But I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm probably better this year than I've been in quite a few years. Probably better this year than I've been since before we left Wyoming.
Well,
I don't know.
And then, if you don't mind me interrupting, in Wyoming, it was really tough because holidays are always very, 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 very tough for depressed people. But then in Wyoming, you get through the holidays, you think, okay, everything's cool, but then you have winter drones on and on and on.
That's because you feel like winter is never going to be over. Because winter literally is about 9 months long. At least. And you feel like everybody else is celebrating spring and it's June 1st and you still haven't had spring and you're hoping you can even get anything planted. So, yeah. One of the things I did to help with that is I would use more natural light. I would, and more lamps that are true, reflective of true color and stuff, which helps. But just let that person know you're there for them without pushing. Because if you push, a lot of times the person will get feel like their back is up against a wall and they'll climb up even more. So anyway. Said, don't worry about me, I'm in a good spot. And if I wasn't, Brad would know it. But if I wasn't in a good mental headspace, I would get with my doctor and get some help. So, but I've already, takes years and years to get to that point, So, just don't be so judgmental and try to be nicer. Anyway, I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so very much. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And share with your friends if you think my content is anything. We kind of have a variety of content. Tomorrow is True Crime Sunday. So, we will be talking about that Quentin Simon case. There's some other cases that I've run across that, we might, do an extra video next week. I'm not sure. It depends on how busy we are. Yeah. A lot of very, very sad cases, But I think the more we get this information out there, public awareness is a lot. So, anyway, we'll be doing that tomorrow. And, do something nice for somebody else. And then do something nice for yourself. And as always, everybody say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.